Welcome back. This is Sri Chhatrapati Shivaji Mahavidyalaya, Srigonda. I welcome you in the online class of SYBSc Electronic Science. In the last lecture, we have seen Class A power amplifier with resistive load and the Class A power amplifier with transformer coupled load. So we can compare the two types of Class A power amplifier circuits. So these are the parameters with which we can compare the two power amplifier circuits. The first parameter is load RL. The load RL is directly connected to the collector in the place of RC in case of Class A power amplifier with resistive load, whereas the load RL is magnetically coupled due to transformer coupling in case of Class A power amplifier with transformer coupled load. The second parameter is current flow. The current flow is directly through RL forever, that is for full cycle of the input signal in case of Class A power amplifier with resistive load, whereas the current flow is indirectly because there is a primary coil and secondary coil. So the coils are magnetically coupled. So the current flows indirectly through load RL because of transformer coupling. The third parameter is power dissipation. Power dissipation is across RL and transistor in case of the resistive load, whereas the power dissipation is only across the transistor in case of transformer coupling, because transformer coupling provides excellent impedance matching. There is no any physical contact between the load and the primary or DC source. Now this is important point which we know already. Collector efficiency we have calculated. It is 25% for Class A power amplifier with resistive load and it is 50% for Class A power amplifier with transformer coupled load. So these are the important points. Application is one more point. This type of is not generally preferred and this type is useful in many applications for power amplifier circuit. The next point is the concept of harmonic distortion. A distortion is a major problem in case of power amplifiers. A large signal amplifiers have the problem of distortion. In first chapter we have seen the small signal amplifiers, the voltage amplifiers. In case of voltage amplifiers, this problem is not a major problem because the input signal is small signal. But in case of power amplifiers, the distortion is a major problem. What is distortion? It is the change of output wave shape from the input wave shape. A change of output wave shape with respect to the input wave shape of amplifier is called as distortion. Now we know transistor is a non-linear device. Non-linear means its output characteristic is not a straight line. It is a curve, a non-linear curve. So transistor is a non-linear device. That is why it does not amplify the signal of low voltage, medium voltage and high voltage, because its characteristic is non-linear, and this causes the distortion. This type of distortion appears in the form of harmonic frequencies. The harmonic frequencies means the frequencies which are very close to each other. This figure shows the harmonic distortion for small signals. For a small signal transistor or a general purpose transistor, if you consider its IC versus IB graph, the input wave shape and output wave shape is almost similar, and there is a very less or no distortion, no any change in the wave shape for a small signal. But if you consider the harmonic distortion for large signal, that is for a power amplifier, the same graph, that is IC versus negative values of IB, 0 to negative values. This curve is like this, which is non-linear, and this is the input signal, this is the output signal. But for a large signal, there is difference in these two amplitudes, and this difference goes on increasing. One of the amplitude becomes smaller, and the other amplitude becomes more and more larger, and this causes the distortion, which is also called as the amplitude distortion, unequal positive and negative peaks. So since the distortion is in the amplitude of the output signal, the distortion is called as amplitude distortion. But it is specified by the harmonic distortion, because we will see mathematically how there are the harmonic frequency components. Now we know a transistor is a non-linear device, means its output current is a non-linear physical quantity. Any non-linear physical quantity can be expressed using the mathematical equation. For example, the physical quantity is collector current, non-linear physical quantity. We can express it as K1 into A plus K2 into A square plus K3 into A cube plus K4 into A raised to 4 plus and so on, where K1, K2, K3 are the any arbitrary constants, and A is the variation of input parameter. Here the input parameter is input signal, that is base current, which is a sinusoidal signal, that is IB cos of omega t. So you can write IC as K1 IB cos of omega t plus K2 IB square cos square omega t plus K3 IB cube cos cube omega t plus and so on. So after simplifying this, we have IC equals to IC cube plus B0 plus B1 cos of omega t plus B2 cos 2 omega t plus and so on, where this ICQ plus B0 represents a total DC component in the amplified current. The total DC component in amplified current, in which this B0 is variation in the DC component, whereas B1, B2, B3, these are the amplitudes. B1, B2, B3, these are the amplitudes of the frequencies omega, 2 omega, 3 omega, etc. And these are the harmonic frequencies. Remember, these are the harmonic frequencies, and therefore the distortion is called as harmonic distortion. Let us now see the point class B amplifiers. Class B amplifiers. Class B power amplifiers. We know power amplifiers are classified as class A, class B, class AB and class C amplifiers. In class A amplifiers, the collector current flows for full cycle of input signal. In class B amplifier, the collector current flows for half cycle of input signal. In class AB amplifier, the collector current flows for more than half cycle of input signal. And in class C amplifier, the collector current flows for how much? Less than half cycle of input signal. So we want to see, we have seen class A amplifiers, two types of circuits. Class A power amplifier with resistive load and class A power amplifier with transformer coupled load. And the problem related with this class A power amplifiers is the harmonic distortion and less efficiency. So to overcome these disadvantages, this type of power amplifier, class B power amplifier, is useful. So in class B power amplifier, there is a technique called push-pull technique. So we have to consider the class B push-pull amplifier circuit. So this is the circuit diagram for class B push-pull amplifier. Class B push-pull power amplifier circuit. There is a input coupling transformer. This is a input device. This is the output coupling transformer. And this is the output device, output load, and this is the circuit. Actually, this is the circuit. This is only the circuit. This, because we will need plus VCC and ground to make the circuit on. So only the circuit is transistor Q1 and transistor Q2. But what is important? How they are connected. They are connected. This is the this is input coupling transformer and this is output coupling transformer. Both of these transformers are center tap transformers. Means this is a primary coil, this is a secondary coil, and there is a center tapping. So the transistors Q1 and Q2 are connected at the opposite ends of the secondary of input coupling transformer. That is, they are connected in back to back. Both of these transistors are PNP transistors, PNP type power transistors. We can use either both PNP or both NPN transistors. If we want to use the NPN transistors, we have to reverse the battery terminals in order to bias the transistors properly in class B mode. Class B mode means what? The transistor conducts only for the half cycle. Each transistor conducts only for half cycle. We know the crossover, the harmonic distortion problem. The class A power amplifier causes a harmonic distortion. That means there is unequal positive and negative peaks or amplitudes in the output signal, and there is a distortion. Now to overcome this problem, we use class B, so that each half cycle of the input signal is amplified separately by one transistor. For example, the positive half cycle will be amplified by transistor Q1 and the negative half cycle will be amplified by the transistor Q2. And it is called as push-pull because during positive half cycle, transistor Q1 turns on, it gets saturated and it conducts the maximum current. At the same time, when this is positive, this will be negative. So transistor Q2 will be turned off, or it is in the cutoff region and it will conduct less. So one is acting like push and other is acting like pull. This push-pull action, like the pedal of the bicycle, when one leg is in push action, the other leg is in pull action, push-pull action. The same phenomena happens here. For a positive half cycle, transistor Q1 is conducting more and more. At that time Q2 is at rest or conducting less, and at the other half cycle their action is get reversed. So friends, in this lecture we have seen the concept of harmonic distortion and class B push-pull power amplifier. The class B push-pull power amplifier circuit. So thank you very much